This micro-credential is about construction math calculations and is made up of 4 targeted skills. This targeted skill addresses linear measurement and fractions. Measurements are very important in the construction trades to ensure that planning is accurate, structures are sound, and time and materials are not wasted. Inaccurate measurements can decrease profit for the company and harm its reputation. A very basic tool in construction is a tape measure. Many conversations on a construction site are based on values taken from a tape measure. Most measuring tools have markings that indicate fractions of an inch. The scale on the tape measure shows inches designated with the biggest marks and their numbers. The shorter markings between the inches represent smaller scale measurements or fractions of an inch. The scale on the tape measure shows inches designated with the biggest marks and their numbers. The shorter markings between the inches represent smaller scale measurements or fractions of each inch. The longer line at the midpoint between 0 and 1 inch is the half-inch mark. Between the half-inch and 1 inch, the next smaller line shows a 3/4 inch mark. Between 3/4 of an inch and 1 inch, the next shortest line is the 7/8 inch mark. The smallest line between each 1/8 inch mark is the 1/16 inch mark. Since the measurements on a measuring tape use fractions, it is important to know how to combine 2 values to calculate a total measurement. For example, if you must add 5 1/4 inches and 6 inches, you get a total of 11 1/4 inch. More complicated problems occur when there are different fractions involved. In a fraction, the numerator is the top number and the denominator is the bottom number. If you were asked to add the width of a 2x4, 3.5 inches, to the thickness of a 2x4, 1.5 inches, the answer would be 5 inches. And you would arrive at that answer by simple addition done in your head. Alternately, individuals on a job site could use a measuring tape and spot the 3.5 inch mark and simply move 1.5 inches beyond that to arrive at the 5 inch mark. A more difficult measurement problem would be the addition of 2 fractions with different denominators. Let's add 4 5/16 to 6 3/8. Using the math concepts learned in school, our first step would be to figure out how to make the denominators the same number. When you add 6 3/8 inches to 4 5/16 inches, the denominators of the fractions are not the same. A simple trick to remember is to convert the denominators of the fractions so that they are the same number. In this case, we need to match the 16. And we do that by multiplying the denominator of 8 by 2 to get 16. We would also have to multiply the numerator of 3 by 2, which would equal 6. In dealing with just the fractions, 6/16 of the 6 3/8 inch value plus 5/16 of the 4 5/16 inches value equals 11/16. Add the whole numbers of 6 inches and 4 inches together to equal 10 inches. Add the combined new fraction of 11/16 to 10 inches to get the combined value of 10 11/16 of an inch. That is your measurement of the 2 combined measurements. More seasoned tradespeople on job sites are used to reading tape measures and would do this addition differently. Their first step would be to add the whole numbers of 6 and 4 equaling 10. They would then know from their understanding of a tape measure that 5/16 is just 1/16 less than 6/16, and 6/16 is equal to 3/8. These individuals would see 3/8 and would add to it the existing 3/8 equaling 6/8 or 3/4. Because they can visualize the divisions of 1 inch on a measuring tool in their head, they would know that one mark less than 3/4 is 11/16. They would then add back the 10 inches, equaling a total measurement of 10 and 11/16. In this case, the tradesperson has found the answer to the problem by looking at the ruler as opposed to completing a math calculation on paper. Remember that good work requires accurate measurement. There is an old saying, measure twice, cut once. Understanding the scale of your measurements and being able to calculate them accurately are important for a precise, quality job.